you don't have to do thumbnails for this assignment. Okay, however, this assignment is going to be broken into a couple of parts, and we're going to create a book cover after we complete this assignment. Okay, so what I recommend that you do, I recommend that you go ahead and do some thumbnails. Now, do you guys know what those are? If you don't know, raise your hand.
Is it like a thumbnail, like a cover of a video or something?
Like a sketch, like so I'll show you here. So these are thumbnails, kind of like this. Okay. So you don't have to. I mean, obviously, some people do like quick sketches like that. You don't have to do anything that complex. And again, you don't have to do them for this assignment. I mean, like some people get really tight and detailed. I know some of you are not illustrators. You don't have to do that. You just kind of have to just kind of sketch out your ideas. Like some people do them like this, and that works. But basically, what you want to do, you want to sketch out your ideas. Like think about what you want to do. Like I know you guys know Maria. Like she did a happy birthday. Like took the ice out, like a whole girl having a birthday party, and it was like really, it was just really spooky, but it worked really well. Um, I may not like it. However, if I see that you accomplished the assignment, that was the purpose of the assignment. Because, yes, art can be subjective, but because we're doing surrealism here, I'm giving you creative freedom to do whatever subject you want. Okay, don't get creepy for just the sake of getting creepy. If your assignment calls to be dark and creepy, go for it. But don't just say, I'm just going to do a creepy assignment just because I want to do a creepy. Have it make sense to you. So I really want you to do some research. And what does that entail? Look at other examples. So it's as easy as to go to online and just look at some examples. Like you look at this. Okay, or maybe even like look at this.
Like a dream illusion?
Huh?
Like a dream illusion? Like a dream illusion,
Kind of, yes, exactly like a dream illusion. So think about what that is. I know you've all like look at this. You can do something like this. So I really ended up having some great assignments last year from the high school students. Look at this. So kind of think of it what that concept would be, okay? Because again, you're gonna turn this into a book cover, but the kahai on here. Look at this. A little bit more whimsical, right? Like this could actually be like a cover of a children's book or something like that. If those skinless cats freak the heck out of me though. I don't like them at all. Look at this. So it doesn't have to be over complex, but your concept has to be strong. So I really want you to think about it. I know sometimes we've all had dreams where you get up in the morning and like, gosh, I had the weirdest dream. I was a dog, had my head on it. Something like, I mean, that hasn't happened to me yet. But, you know what I mean? Something like that. You can create whatever style you want. So this is what's really fun about this is I really want you to use your Photoshop skills to make something pretty awesome, actually. Now, what I want you to do, let's go back to the assignment here. Here's some additional examples. So you're going to use at least 4 layers. You're going to use layer masking. You're going to use blend modes and adjustment layers. You're at least going to do that. As far as the size, I'll go in here and I will text you, but as far as the size, I would probably set it up at 17 by 11. Do you guys know that in design, when somebody says 17 by 11, you know that if that means what comes to mind, the vertical or the horizontal width or the height? If somebody says 17 by 11, you immediately go. You always want to confirm it, but it always means this way. The first number is always the width. Okay, that's just a little tip. But if you're dealing with clients, if you're doing something for somebody else, and they say, I want it 17 by 11, you may want to say, oh, you want it like vertical, you want it horizontal, and then they'll confirm. But know that if I say the first number is usually the width. Just a little design tip. Any questions on this so far? Okay, so we're gonna do it 17 by 11 because this way when you turn it into a book cover, you're gonna have enough room to use images on both sides of the book. Okay, so what I did here, I'm having this to be due on the 14th, which is 2 weeks from today. Okay, so I want you guys to use that time wisely. Now remember, in this semester we only have 8 weeks, right? So you're just gonna keep that in mind. They go by really, really fast. So, and I think what I'm gonna have you do, because by next week, most of you will definitely know what you're doing, or some of you may even be kind of halfway done with it. I may have you do, I think next week we're gonna start working on the thumbnails for the book. Because what I want you to do, I want you to end up with an image for your portfolio, and I also want you to end up with the book cover for a portfolio. So when you get to portfolio, you don't have to worry about that, hopefully. You need to make some minor changes. Now, one of the things that I need to remember, because I've got other classes where they told me this, and I know I've mentioned it before, save everything. Okay, get an external hard drive, get a USB. If not, upload it to the Google Drive. Organize your files. Don't have a bunch of untitled stuff on there. Make, you can put in Photoshop. I'm dropping all your files in there. If you're using a font for like the book cover, because this is not going to have any typography. This is just going to be the image manipulated, right? But when you do the book cover, you're going to have typography. You're going to want to save that font because guess what? It happens every semester. And I'm guilty of it because I will say, oh, I'll just go back and get the font later. Every semester. And then guess what? Even when I'm working on client stuff, if I don't get the font right then, I just can't find it later. I totally forget what the font is. I have no idea. And I'm literally spending myself again trying to find the right font. So keep that all together. You want to stuff it. You guys know what that means? You want to compress your files? Yes, no, maybe? No. Okay. So you want to upload that to your Google Drive. It's because if you stuff it, I don't know if you guys noticed before, like you can upload a Photoshop or an InDesign or an Illustrator file, and then sometimes you download it and the file is corrupted. Right? I mean, it sucks, and I don't know why that is, and I think it's because of different formats. So when you my recommendation to you is always stuff your file and upload it, because you're going to have less chances that file is going to get corrupted. Any questions on this? Am I going to get some awesome stuff? Right? I know you guys can do awesome, and okay, you have to make me look good too, right? That should be your number one priority, right? Okay.
I'm trying my best to make that last assignment look good in a limited amount of time.
Yeah?
Yes, I have 30 minutes. You know how much I have to get done in 30 minutes.
How much? Depends how you organize your time.
Yeah, I organized it very well. It's just the pen time almost took 28 minutes.
Good for you.
3 minutes left.
So, okay. So, anything else? Any other questions? Any stories? Complaints? Compliments? Nothing? Okay. Okay, you guys go grab a bite to eat. Again, the room will be open. If you